I'm going to show you exactly how to build noticeable muscle in just 8 weeks, enough that when you get back into school, people will actually notice. And no, you don't need a gym membership or a crazy supplement stack or spending 2 hours a day working out. That's what most people get wrong, especially when they're starting out. Instead, I'll walk you through a simple routine that you can do at home with just a pair of dumbbells and a pull-up bar. I'll show you the exact workout I'd follow, how many days a week I'd train, and what to actually focus on to get real results. It's just a 3-part plan: the right exercises, the right consistency, and a few key mindset shifts. And if you stick to it, the results will speak for themselves before summer ends. Now, for this first part, we'll talk about the why. So imagine if you were to come back into school and your friends go up to you and they have to take a double take. They're kind of just like, damn, is that really you? They are impressed by the improvements that you made. They can kind of tell in terms of your biceps, your posture, that you've gained a bit of muscle, and they're asking you what you did, what's your workout plan. Imagine how much confidence you would feel going into school with all that attention. And this was something that was similar to what happened to me. I wasn't even in school during this time, but I remember I was just doing home workouts. I was just following this simple routine. And I remember I kind of stepped out and my friend noticed. My friend was like, damn, your arms are getting bigger. It was crazy. I didn't even step foot in the gym. All I was doing was things at my house. And my friend was able to see a bit of those improvements, to see that I was doing something. And this is something that I'm like, damn, imagine if I did this in school. Imagine if it was like on summer break and I was able to do the things that I was doing, and just coming back that following year, that following new school year, and people just noticing that you put in that work, that people were able to pay attention to the improvements that you made to your biceps. It's like they can kind of just tell that you've been working out and all you did was just follow something so simple at home. It's like, really imagine yourself. It would like really put yourself in that place where it's like, imagine how much more confident you would be when you are at school, how much more respect you would command from other guys because they saw that work that you put in and now they're asking you what you did. Imagine how your school year would be. Like, imagine just setting that tone. It's like you just came back different, this new improved version of yourself, and how the rest of the year would go. And it's like, that is why you should really take this into consideration. Like, you should really focus on doing the things that I'm going to mention in this video, because really put yourself in that position. Like, imagine how school would be. Imagine how your life would be if you were able to just come in with all this confidence, with this new identity of this person who is just improving on themselves and people taking notice of that. All right, now that you have the vision of what it would look like, here's exactly what I would do if I only had 8 weeks to build muscle before school starts. No gym needed. Starting off with push. The first exercise we have is push-ups. This will build your chest, your triceps, and shoulders. It's just like an overall upper body workout that you can do literally anywhere. Second, we have lateral raises. These hit your side delts and will help give your shoulders that wide cap look. You can literally spam these and people will notice how broad your shoulders would look. And again, this is one thing that I realized is super attractive and helps being able to have that V-tapered look. Now, the third and last exercise for push day is seated dumbbell shoulder press. This is great for building shoulder strength and size with controlled pressing. Now, for pull day, the first exercise we have is pull-ups. This is one of the best body weight movements you could do for building your back and your biceps. Next, we have hammer curls. These target your biceps and your forearms and will give that thicker arm look. And last, we have dumbbell rows. This builds a strong back and helps with your posture and your pulling strength. Now, finally, for legs, the first exercise we have is goblet squats. This hits your quads, your glutes, and your core, and this is perfect for building strength at home. Next, we have dumbbell stiff leg deadlifts. This targets your hamstrings and your glutes, and this is great for the back of your legs. And then finally, we have calf raises. This is a simple but effective way for building lower leg definition. This will also help to increase your calf muscles and your ankle strength. All right, now that you've gotten the plan, here's how to actually follow through for the 6 weeks and see real results. Now, how to make this stick. Pick days where you know you can truly lock in. So starting out, you should do like 3 to 4 days of this. So pick 3 days where it's like you can truly be able to put some time to get this work in. So during those days as well, it's like try to schedule it during a time where it would kind of like fit for you. So it's like maybe you could do this before you go to bed. It's like you can hit this workout so that you hit this, and then after you can take a shower, and then now that you are fresh and clean, after that shower, it's like you can go to bed. And it's like one thing that I've learned is like when you take a shower, when you're in there in the warmness, it actually like makes you calm and relaxed, and that is what's going to help you transition into having a better sleep. Another thing that you could do, maybe it's like you're in this place where you like to play video games. So a thing that you could do is like, hey, before I can play video games, I have to hit this workout. So it's like you do that workout, and in a way, it's like you're rewarding yourself. It's like if you do this, then you can play video games. Then you can sit down and play a little bit of video games with your friends. So it's like that gives you a sense of like motivation, a sense of like getting something done where you're like, hey, if I am able to do this workout, then I can reward myself with a little bit of video games. And that is something that you could do as well. Another thing is, don't do this for more than an hour. Right now, all we're doing is trying to build consistency. If you are doing this for more than an hour, you will more than likely will give up. It's like I realized that whenever you're starting something, you shouldn't do it in a way where it's super hard or it feels like a chore or it's challenging. You should try to aim for the least resistance with like any habit that you're trying to do. You should do it enough where it's super easy and simple, where it's like, it's kind of like you have no excuse. If you can't be able to do it, that just means that you just don't want it. So just being able to do this for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, that's it. If you can't find at least 30 minutes in your day to get this done, then again, that just truly means that you don't want it. That just means that there's some issue that you need to fix, not just like, you know, you need to work out or get to this goal. It might mean underlying issues in terms of like your mental health. Like if you can't be able to just, you know, do this workout for 30 minutes a day, that just means that again, there's something more that you need to work on before you can be able to get to this point. But 30 minutes is more than enough just to incorporate this into your day-to-day life. Another thing that you could do as well is get a journal and track this down. This is something that helped me immensely when I was starting out, before I was like even going into the gym, when I was like doing these home workouts, and not even just with the gym, with any other habit that I was trying to build, is when I would get a journal and I would write down the habits or the tasks that I wanted to do. And it's like at the end of the day, I would check off that I did it. So an example here is like a journal that I had back in the day when I was really starting on my self-improvement journey. The first thing I remember I would have, it would be like meditate for 1 minute. I'd have like read for 10 minutes. And then it would be 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 10 squats. And I would have this check, and again, I would do it for every single day that I was supposed to do it. So for you, it's like you can have this journal, and again, for this push-pull leg split, it's like have this written down, like have it written down for multiple pages, and then every single day before you go to bed, it's like you just have to make sure that it's checked, that you actually did it, and then after you would check it. And I realized that this is something that will help you in terms of being able to stay consistent. There's literally researchers and books that I've read that it's like when you are doing a task or a habit, and at the end of the day that you check it off, it makes it more addicting. Like I realized that it gives you dopamine, that it's like every single time that you are checking it down that you've done it, now you want to see more of that. So now it's kind of just like this habit that you've made for yourself. It's kind of like a game where it's like you just want to see all these checks and you don't want to miss a day Another thing that is optional as well is telling a friend. One thing that I realized is like when you let somebody know that you're trying to do this, like you have some goal and you let somebody know, that just now holds yourself accountable. It's like it can hold you accountable as well. So it's like you can tell them to give you reminders or have them check in with you to let you know, it's like, hey, are you actually doing the things? Or like, hey, did you work out today? Or it's like at the end of this week, they could just give you that little bit of a reminder, a text of like, hey, did you make sure that you did this? One thing I realized is like that could help you so much in terms of like this, if you are really serious and committed with making sure that you are hitting this goal before you come back into school. Because really think about it, if you were to not tell anyone, it's kind of just like easy to kind of give up or not try as hard, because again, the only person that knows is you. So it's just like, oh, if you miss a day or if you give up, you're kind of just like, hey, nobody really knows about this, it's only me. So you're the only one that's being truly affected. But it's like when you let somebody know, it's kind of like this psychology thing that I realized, that it's like when you let somebody know this task or this goal that you're going for, it's like it kind of adds a bit of pressure. It's like you now know that somebody else knows what you're trying to go for, so you don't want to kind of look bad and not follow through. So it's like you try to do everything you possibly can to hit this goal, because you kind of just don't want that other person to know that you didn't follow through, that you kind of just are this person that doesn't stick to their goals. It's just human nature to not want to look bad in front of people, to not want to look like we came short of ourselves. Just pick a schedule that you can do that is super easy to follow. Do it for at least 30 minutes a day. Try to find at least some time. Again, you can find at least 30 minutes in your day to be able to do this. And by 8 weeks, in no time, you'll be able to achieve that look before school starts. Now, that's how I would get jacked in just 8 weeks before school starts. But if you want a simpler, even faster way to build an aesthetic physique with just 10 exercises, check out this next video. And always remember to keep going.